Actually, all Bengalis from their birth only, I will like to say we have a tradition of distributing sweets. So we consider sweets as a very auspicious thing. Distributing sweets is like an sharing of happiness.
Okay. Trayambak, which Rasagola do you think is better? Bengal
Obviously
or
Bengal. Obviously Bengal.
What are some traditions or what are some practices that people follow in Bengal that shows that sweets are very important?
Many people who were called Halwai, or in Bengal we call them Moira. So these people were the inventor of sweet. From there, whatever today in today's Bengali market, the Bengali sweet market, whatever sweets are there in present and whatever we are having has been invented by them. There are many famous Moiras are there. Bhimtnag was also there. Balaram Mollik is there. Later stage Ganguram came into the market. Though Ganguram, which in today's company Ganguram Sweets and Sons, it's the parent business of this Ganguram was not the sweet maker. He was actually a milk dealer. If we talk about any festivals or any kind of events which took place in the family, that also leads to a distribution of sweets. If we go to the marriage, so marriage will every Bengali marriage have a very prominent part that is sweet. But it is sometimes also seen that sweets are distributed in the sad moment also. During funerals, after completing of the cremation and everything, we distribute sweets. So for making a Rasgulla, so the first thing which we have to keep in mind about the quality of the milk. So the milk quality should be a full fat milk, full fat cream milk. Why we are using a full fat cream milk? Because if we curdle that milk, we will obtain a soft quality of chhena. For making Rasgulla, we don't need paneer. We need a very soft quality chhena.
And I have a question. When you curdle milk, should you use vinegar or lemon juice?
So, as a suggestion, I might say lemon will be the ideal rather than vinegar, because vinegar has a strong sour flavor.
Yeah.
If you go in that point of time, milk was being curdled by the curdled water of the another batch. Suppose if I am curdling the milk today, the water what we used to do, we used to throw it away. But they used to retain that water. So once we curdle the chhena, we need to rinse it in a muslin cloth with an ample amount of water. And one thing we have to keep in mind, we should not rinse in a warm or a hot water. We should rinse in a cold water. Why? We don't want our chhena to be cooked more. Once the water is drained, what will be our next step is to knead. But here also one thing is needed to be kept in mind. Little bit of water is required to be present in the chhena so that to make a dough. We will not knead it like a dough for making bread or chapati like that. We will use this part of our hand. This part of our hand is used and we will knead it like this. This is the traditional way of kneading. I am talking about the traditional way. They used to do like this. So one thing to be kept in mind that after cooking the Rasgulla will double in size. So based on that we have to make the size of the ball. We have to make a two type of sugar syrup. One should be a very light sugar syrup, less than 1 stream, and we have to cool it. One sugar syrup should be for soaking and another sugar syrup should be for cooking. Cooking sugar syrup is also somewhat like that. We don't want a very thick sugar syrup, because if we start making a thick sugar syrup, it will again boil and it will caramelize. Quantity of the sugar syrup should be much enough so that the Rasgulla balls are soaked fully. So now the sugar syrup is boiling. We will drop the balls into it, and with that we will make a slurry of maida and water, and we will put that slurry into that sugar syrup and close the lid. If we put the slurry into a sugar syrup and we will start boiling it, it will create a foamy texture on top of the sugar syrup. What will happen? It will trap the steam. So like that we have to cook for minimum of 20 minutes. After 20 minutes we will lift up the lid and we will check. If we find that the Rasgulla is double in size, we will take the Rasgulla from the hot syrup and we will put that in the cold syrup, and we will keep it soaked for more than 2 to 3 hours. Then we will plate our Rasgulla is ready. soya milk was the only source of milk that was used in making sweets. Why?
But there was no evidence of that. No?
That's the thing. That is no evidence of that. This all things what I have got is from the stories, from my grandfather. They might have seen the process, or they have also heard the story from their other generation or something like that. During that time, Bengali was very much of conservative. Okay, they considered cow milk as a non-veg, and we have a culture of offering sweet to the god. So we can't offer anything which is non-veg. So that's the reason they consider soya milk as a vegetable milk. But soya milk was once upon a time prevalent in Bengali sweets. That was true, and that was the only reason, because Bengalis used to consider soya milk as a vegetable, and we can offer God, while cow milk we can't.
Like, what do you think of the Rasagola war between Bengal and Odisha?
Now this is a very controversial topic.
Do you like Odisha's Rasagola?
As a sweet lover, I liked it. But as a texture, if I am talking about the texture and this thing, so I will definitely vote for Bengal. Odisha's Rasgulla is very soft, but Bengal Rasgulla is chewy. That makes an unique characteristics of the Rasgulla. That Rasgulla should be chewy. Now, first of the thing I will say, this GI tag has been given by the Supreme Court is just to cool down both of the states, so that they don't fight anymore. They are saying that our Rasgulla came first, and it was like something bhog which is offered to the goddess Lakshmi in the Jagannath temple Puri. Now, first thing is, this Rasgulla was what they call, but not a Rasgulla. No, I am not telling that it is not a Rasgulla. It has some other names. Okay, if you are telling that thing originated in our state only, then why you are fighting on the name? That name came from the Bengal only, na? Because before invention of, as according to them also, before invention of the Rasgulla, that thing is not termed as a Rasgulla. If this thing is called Khira Mohana, then why you are fighting to get that tag Rasgulla? This thing was only available in Puri. And now also if you go, it's available in Puri only. Because I was been in Odisha for two years. So majority of this Rasgulla thing which they call is available in Puri only. And it is a major bhog among the 56, the Chhappan bhog offered to the Jagannath temple. Means Chhena ball. Rather here as a generalized term, Chhena ball. In this context, I can say that the Odisha was the first to serve. But my question, why are you fighting with the name? Leave the name, na? There are many sweets which are famous in all over the world. But that is because many Indians are settling all over the world. Even Bengalis also. You will find Bengalis all over the world. So with them, the sweets went there to the other countries. Like how ingredients came from other countries to India. Wherever the Indians are settling, sweets are there. Even today, even in Bengal also, people are getting health conscious. So many shops are converting their sweets into a sugar-free sweets. Even though Bengalis are diabetic, they can't live without sweet. So this led to a introduction of the sugar-free sweets into the market.
Yes.
The sugar-free sweets are coming. Next, baked rasgulla, another trend. Okay, something R&D is continuously happening in Bengal, and in today's world, if a business wants to sustain, they have to do some R&D, and they have to bring some new change, but without changing the original product. But getting famous, again, I have a little bit of doubtful. Like world, it will get famous. It is little doubtful. But as a Bengali, I should keep a hope.
Yeah.
At least of 2 to 3 liters of water.
No, there was a fly. Okay. Are you okay, Trayambak? The fly didn't hurt, you know.
We will do it. And the sufficient amount of...
He's talking about sweets, now. That's why the flies attract. Came back again.
Okay, it also wants to shoot himself in the camera.
It's your product. Not mine. What is ideal amount of sweetness?
That depends between people. Thank you for watching this video. I apologize to any Oriya person that I have offended. Hope you don't take my words wrongly. Please like, share this video to your Bengali and Odia friends and family and subscribe to Flavors and Tales. PS, Odia's Rasgulla is better than I am not going to